And we're live.
We're
It's
live.
LSG again,
Woo!
back from his filming adventures. All right,
alive.
so
I survived. Made it.
yes, but before we get into filming, have you heard the news yet?
The news.
Yes,
Let's
the
see.
news. The big important news. This is very important.
Let's see.
It's one of the greatest writers of our time.
Did somebody die?
No.
Stephen King?
No.
Okay, good. One could argue he's the greatest writer ever, but
He has a problem with endings.
James Frey is coming out with a new book.
No. Although this writer is coming out with a new work, actually. Curiouser and curiouser.
It's not George Martin, because that ain't gonna happen ever.
It is not George Martin. That's never gonna happen. That trickster.
Well, as the non-news watching sidekick, I think I'm gonna have to be filled in on this one.
Okay, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged.
Are you serious?
Seriously.
God damn it! I just lost
She's
the bet.
off the market. You're never gonna get her. Never ever.
Well,
sorry, dude.
I guess we can just end the show now. Then I'm just gonna go cry myself to sleep.
Yes, they got engaged. It was a big thing.
Damn.
People at TMZ were apparently screaming and throwing a party. Google now has confetti raining down when you search for her name.
Jesus.
It's mass chaos, dude. Like I said, she's probably the best writer of our generation.
Right. Oh, yeah, of course. Is that a Taylor Swift hat? That'd be incredible.
No, it's not. That would have been cool if I actually had a Taylor Swift hat, but there's zero chance that I would ever have a Taylor Swift hat. Not that I don't dislike her. I appreciate the songwriting.
So you can wear it ironically then. And then you can play both angles. If somebody's actually a fan, you just, give them a little smirk, those dreamy eyes. Oh, I'm a fan of her writing. Get some points that way. And if someone hates her, you're like, yeah, dude, I'm wearing it ironically, obviously. Jesus. Play both sides.
But secretly, you're just a fan.
I'd never listened to her stuff, although
you should actually. It's not.
I like pop. I listen to a lot of pop stuff, I don't know. I don't hate a lot of her songs, but I don't love a lot of them either. I feel like most of the hits I've heard her come out with, I've kind of heard another version of. It always seems like a little derivative of something that was popular like the year before.
She is a good songwriter. I mean, we're not gonna deny it. She's got she's cracked the I don't know. I know some neuroscientists researched hit music from 100 years, and there is a definite blueprint to create a popular song.
For sure. Absolutely.
She's nailed it. She's absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. I love the Trouble Goat remix video. Did you ever see that one?
No. I'm afraid to, actually, now that you said it.
Awesome.
Just the title alone.
It's great.
Afraid.
You gotta watch.
Definitely afraid of looking at that one.
It's safe for work.
Is it though?
Yes, and shame on you for your mind right now. Okay, just because I say the word goat doesn't mean what you're thinking.
All right, we went to college roughly the same time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Goatsy, come on.
It has nothing.
We all got sent that stupid freaking picture in the link.
You just went there, huh?
You know what I'm talking about.
That's, of course I do. That's what they modeled Bane's mask after in The Dark Knight Rises. And now you can't unsee it.
Oh my gosh.
That's the real breaking news.
Oh, sorry, children. Disclaimer: nobody should look up quotes unless you want to be horrifically scarred for life and have severe mental problems, like an entire generation of us that went to college from like 1999 to 2003.
Dude, you know, there's some moments in your life you just never forget. And one of those would be going to rotten.com for the first time.
Yes.
And there's a certain picture I pulled up that
I agree with that, by the way. Rotten.com.
Yep. With me so much. I was in a public library in Georgia on a road trip. Just, I don't know, I think I'd heard about the site, so I pulled it up. And I almost fell out of my chair and just grabbed people walking by to just be like, look how fucked up this is.
I only went to it a couple times. There was one just sick fucker in my fraternity that used to go up in like all the public computers and put the nastiest shit as the wallpaper. Why? Why do that? Just why? It makes no sense.
Yeah, there's always one.
There's always one. But yeah, Taylor Swift.
It wasn't me.
Travis Kelce engaged.
Well, I wish them luck.
That's literally what Trump said. Congratulations. You're copying the president of the United States.
Well, great minds think alike, I guess. And I just, hope all this newfound happiness doesn't affect her songwriting abilities.
Oh.
Who wants a happy Taylor Swift,
Happy Taylor Swift isn't bad. I'm sure she still has I'm sure she still has like 1,000 songs just to write just from John Mayer alone.
Yeah.
And even then, think of that, just rewind that, because that's one of those weird, almost like Mandela effect situations. Because think how old, just think in the context of like current day. Now think how old John Mayer was, and think how old she was.
I really don't know. What was she like?
She was like 17. Yeah, she was like 17, 18. He was
30 or something
in his 30s.
Oh, damn. Yeah. I don't know how celebrities get away with this stuff, man.
No, we're gonna start a new conspiracy theory right now. John Mayer in Epstein's files.
Wouldn't be surprised.
We're starting it here.
Jerry Seinfeld's probably in there too, if you think about it. Remember, he was dating a 7-year-old when he was in his 40s.
Yeah, she was 16. Wasn't she 16?
Maybe. I thought 17, but they probably rounded it up.
Really.
Yeah. Was she hot? Yes. But do you date 17-year-olds? No.
It's just it's gross.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm mirror imaged, but yeah, you like the fuck up.
Yeah. Did you pick that out yourself, or was that?
I did. I did actually.
Well, that says a lot.
All right, so tell me all the details.
Right there.
All the details on the filming.
All the details. Oh man, where to begin? Yeah, Sunday was our last day of filming for. As of now, Face Crusher 3, there's a potential title tweak on the way. Maybe I can get a viewer poll going on that. But
nice.
It was our last day. We started, it's been so long coming on this one, from when we talked about it to decide we had to make it, to putting it together, to running the crowdfunder. And first day of shooting was at the beginning of the summer. I did something a little different on this one versus some of the other ones. I crafted the script in a way so that we could basically shoot like one location per day, different stories that all tied together. So we basically just picked days on weekends over the summer and just had time to kind of focus and plan for each day, which was pretty awesome. And Sunday was the grand finale, man. It was a bloodbath, and it was nuts. It was in the underground of Salem, very, very literally in the bowels of the underground of Salem, and the
Really?
location was crazy. Yep.
Okay, so hold on. I thought it was like a almost like a dive bar.
That was our first day.
That was your first day. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have a dive bar scene, a bedroom scene, a living room scene, a chase scene through Salem, a little pickup day where we had him going into his lair out in the woods. And this was the tourist massacre day, which was in an attraction in Salem called the Lost Museum,
Okay.
which is like an underground labyrinth. And
Okay.
the place itself is super cool. It's like kind of like an attraction. It's kind of like an escape room, except you don't actually try to escape from the rooms. You just get led by like a tour guide through these different rooms. And
Yeah.
each one has like a different theme. And it has all sorts of like original things like artifacts and artwork and tchotchkes and just weird things. And there's like a smoke and laser room, like an insect room, like a dragon dog room. And all
cool.
the rooms have like animatronics and stuff built into them so that as somebody's getting the tour, there's another pro shit. Ah, yeah. Woo! Getting pumped.
Look at that. The
So,
OG.
the OG, man. And
We'll
side
get back to
note,
that.
yeah, and yeah, Face Crusher 1 and 2 have always been fun, and people wanted us to make another one. I'm just gonna say it, and I haven't seen really any of the footage because we've been so crazy. We're just planning and shooting and turning everything over to my guy. But I'm pretty confident this is gonna be 10 times better than the first two.
Okay.
Pretty confident saying
Now,
that.
so the extra with the penguin custom, you sent me some pictures. That was awesome.
Oh, dude, and that was the tip of the iceberg.
Really?
Yeah, because so as part of the tour group, we had a bunch of extras, including the crowdfunder, where people could buy a perk to be a victim.
Yeah.
And then I invited some filmmaker friends. We had people there that were running horror festivals and write for horror magazines, and people who just kind of do this for the love of the game, much like myself to a degree. And they made some cameos, and we told everybody just dress up like you're a Salem tourist. Just be ridiculous. Just like we're
Okay.
gonna be spoofing this. We're gonna put witch hats on everybody. Just like pretend you're like a ridiculous tourist coming to Salem. So people showed up, man. We had the penguin, like full body suit penguin. We had somebody dress up like the girl from Hocus Pocus with like a little outfit and like the witch
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
So we had some people wearing costumes. My brother was a part of it, Matt, which was cool. He
Oh,
brought
that's cool.
a wizard hat and a wizard staff and like a wizard shirt. A lot of people bought like cheesy Salem t-shirts up the street, like the $10 tourist special type of things. And then we threw witch hats on everybody. And
Oh, that's cool.
we had a cool little group.
Did you have a rap party for them and everything else?
Not yet, not on that day.
Oh,
but
dude.
Well, we're gonna have.
I know. Traditionally, it would be when you're done filming and everything else, right?
Yeah, which technically we are, and we are going to have a party. It's just going to be for everybody that was involved. I had more people involved on this one than anything I've done before to this date. There was probably about 30 people there on Sunday alone, just between cast and crew.
Wow.
And we're gonna have a big premiere party. So once it's done, we'll go to the theater and show it and rip it up and see what the hell we made.
So would you say this is like the pinnacle of your filmmaking experience so far?
Kind of feels that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's interesting because
or is there something else? Because I know you were really excited on the fight scene and the
Oh
the voice
yeah.
effects and the brick and
Well,
everything else.
it's interesting because I've made probably about a dozen short horror films now, and starting very crappy and not knowing what I was doing, and then just gradually, trying to learn and level up and try different things. So like each short is kind of trying a little bit of a different thing. Sometimes you experiment and that sort of a thing. And we actually have two that are going to be going into post now. The other one we shot in November, and it's still not finished yet, just because of how much time we're taking to get it right and things coming up and stuff like that. That was the best one I've made to date. That one is called Stage Fright,
Oh,
and
you've never even spoken about this one, I don't think.
it's kind of been under wraps a little bit,
Yeah,
but it's awesome. I
that's
made it
cool.
with the guy who shot it is probably the most talented filmmaker, definitely horror filmmaker that I know, possibly in New England. The guy's incredible. It's like working with like a young Spielberg type of guy. If Spielberg just loved horror, which he does, but
Does Spielberg love horror? Well, yeah,
abs-
I guess there are some element. I mean, he does have a lot of horror elements in
absolutely,
a lot of
yeah,
his movies.
exactly.
Close Encounters.
Yeah, Close Encounters, Poltergeist, Jaws. I
Oh,
mean,
I forgot he did Poltergeist.
and I even think War of the Worlds is like has some pretty terrifying parts in it. It's not considered a horror, but it definitely
Depends
has
which
elements.
one. I mean,
Spielberg's War of the Worlds, the one with Tom Cruise, Tim
it
Robbins.
yeah, it has horror elements, but
Yeah,
he yeah.
that basement with Tim Robbins scene, just for
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
Yeah, so Stage Fright is awesome. It's the best thing I've made. It's also pretty contained. It's in one location. When we were talking about shooting it, Steven, I was like, cool, let's make something. He was like, I actually met him on a set, and he was like, my goal is to like make a horror short a month for the next year. He's like, do you have any scripts? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's make something. What do you want? What do you want to make? And he's like, one location, ethereal, fun violence. So I was like, I think I got it. And we ended up, it turned out to sort of be a spin-off story-wise from The Witch on Bridge Street. It's the same
Oh,
witch
okay.
character who shows up, and it's a witch and a hypnotist that team up for revenge on stage. And so it's all one location. It's in a theater, and we really kind of went all out on it. Had an awesome production designer who set everything up, planned it ahead of time, did a lot of game planning, got in early to set everything
That's
up.
cool.
Like we were super prepped for it, and it came out like really polished and really, really good. However, the thing with Face Crusher 3 is it's not like a one location polished thing. It's like a lot of locations, a lot of people, a lot of weird stuff going on. The story is probably not even going to make sense to a lot of people when they watch it the first time because it kind of jumps from
Yeah.
character to character, but
Okay.
they're all interconnected. So it all like comes together basically. But this one was kind of like, it feels like a little bit of a flex for the point that I got to making this stuff in Salem and having known and met a lot of people, because I had so many people helping out and want to be part of it. And we had the bar room full of people. We had the Lost Museum full of extras. We had the city to run through for the outside stuff. Had a bar that we go to as like home base there,
Cool.
to
Yeah,
as a
very
meeting
cool.
point. Used a friend's backyard for one of the scenes. Somebody I met on set made a cameo as like a crazy witch doctor. And it was just super talented, awesome people on it. The best makeup artist that I've worked with. This guy is like pretty legit. He's made a lot of features himself and works in a lot of union stuff. And he came in and just like did some crazy special effects makeup,
Neat.
like some
Very
practical
cool.
on-screen stuff. Like we're talking like squirting blood and bashed in faces and like all over the wall. Yeah. So
Man.
and it felt awesome because so many people want to be part of it, and the whole thing going into it was like, let's just have fun. I don't have any really grand designs on this other than let's make a crazy thing. Let's have as fun as we can doing it, and then see what we get and see where it goes.
No, that's really cool. Now, I'm going to throw you a curveball here. I
Oh
think
boy!
it revealed it a little bit, but I know the OG Face Crusher
Oh
was
yeah.
like kind of like your first thing. So, and it's not very
Well,
long.
sadly, it was not, but
Well, but it was very close to one of your first ones.
it was pretty early. Yeah,
It
but
was
that is
pretty
true.
early.
That is true.
So, I'm going to add this to the stage here and take us off, and we're going to play it.
Sweet.
Right? And then I want to hear from you. What would you have done differently?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Fix your shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Am I talking through this, or we just talk afterwards?
You can talk through it if you want. I can leave it on the stage.
Well,
okay, so
I mean, if anyone's actually watching it for the first time, I can not override the dialogue on it, I guess. Yeah, let's rip it. I'll talk afterward. Oh, this song. I've heard this a million times. It's burned in my-
Of course I'm done packing. I've got the tent in the car. I am ready to rock.
Sherry.
I saw the most amazing hot dog recipe on TikTok. Okay, fine. No scary campfire stories this time. I promise.
Cookie tree. Oh, Beverly. Nothing rhymes with Beverly.
Okay. I have a scary campfire story for you.
How about we take the road less traveled and not?
Fine. But this is a really good one. And what's the point of going camping in October if you're not going to get at least a little bit scared?
Can't be scarier than listening to you snore. Last time I thought there was a monster in the tent. Something weird and hairy and smelly and...
Okay, so this is how the story goes. These group of guys, they get together every weekend to play poker. One weekend before Halloween, they forgot their deck of cards. So they played with a deck of tarot cards instead.
And
One guy gets a full house, and at that moment, all 4 of the other guys at the table dropped dead.
I call BS.
It's true, I swear.
One cannot play poker with tarot cards.
They did.
Okay. I have one that is actually true. Have you heard about the face crusher?
The face crusher? No, that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah? Well, this is a story that they used to tell us kids when I was growing up that used to scare us all out of camping.
Oh, so it must be true.
He comes out every Halloween. They say he has horns in one eye and kills people while they're sleeping by smashing them in the face with random stuff. Kids, campers, anyone who falls asleep while he's nearby just bashes their faces in.
Okay, that's terrifying. Sounds like a nightmare.
Last Halloween he got someone. The autopsy said he didn't die right away. He was thrashing around for like 10 minutes with his face bashed in.
No effing way.
And his eyes were open. So he woke up at the last possible second, saw the safe coming down, and heard the big splat.
Okay, that's enough stories tonight. I don't even want to think about this.
There's your scary story. Good night.
The face crusher. What the?
Technical difficulty. Hit play. Ah.
No, I was asking a question.
Oh, I couldn't hear you, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. No, I said, I have a question here. Did you have her crush that can on purpose?
I believe that was a spur of the moment thing we came up with. Not like in the script or anything, but
Okay.
But yeah, we're like,
no, that was actually that was really cool because I noticed that right off the bat. I'm like, oh, that was great.
Nice.
All right.
Look out for that rock.
And don't fall asleep outside like you did last time.
Beverly? Are you okay? Do you hear that? Beverly! No, 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 no.
Beverly, nothing rhymes with Beverly. Oh, Beverly, nothing rhymes with Beverly. Oh, maybe cleverly. Oh, it might never be.
Nice.
Very nice.
Thanks for showing, man. I will always love that. I mean, there is a post-credit scene, but perhaps the audience will have to actually go hunt it down to find
Should.
the hidden scene.
I'll actually put the link in the comments here for anybody who actually watches this later.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, no, okay, so walk me through that one. What would you do differently now?
Oh man, let's see. Well, there's one thing that happened there that actually happened on a couple other ones after that too. So you would have thought I would have learned my lesson, which was I wish I used more blood. And
It was kind of understated.
yeah, and I had a bunch of it too. And you know, the whole idea is, you know, she gets crushed by that rock, you know,
Mhm.
which Sherry was tapping near the campground, and then we dropped that on the tent and had her in it and kind of hid her under it to kind of look like she was crushed, and then I poured fake blood on it. Now, at the time, it kind of looked okay in person, but as far as how it translated, it definitely like could have been more. And I was kicking myself afterwards. I was like, man, I had extra blood. I should have just gone fucking ape shit and just had blood all over the tent, which I threw away anyway. So I was like, damn it. So that's one thing. Another one would be how long the credits are. You generally don't want the credits to be that long. And I mean, we had fun with it and people were volunteering. So we kind of want to show them and like get people's names in the credits. It's a pretty common temptation for people who want to go overboard with credits.
Yeah.
But generally, you want to keep it like very short. Case in point, you shut it off before the credits were over. That's one reason. And yeah, exactly. So there's that. The credits have gotten a lot shorter. But beyond that, the way this one came together was pretty cool. We shot it in a day. I had an idea for it, and I talked to some people about it. But I also didn't really meet with anybody ahead of time. Like the planning, like was pretty minimal. It was good planning on my part to like cover everything, make sure we had everything, could pull everything off, blah blah blah. But not a lot of planning with the other people, such as the guy who shot it. Super talented dude, Edward Soto. He had a red camera, which is huge. I was like, oh my God, we have a freaking red camera on our set now after using like a crappy, like little camcorder. He had like steady cam. The guy looks like straight off like a movie set, basically. Awesome dude. Him and his right-hand guy, Q1, they basically just showed up, met him, on location for the first time, and we're like, hey, here's what we're doing, and we went and shot it. So I have learned a lot about the preparation in the meantime. So that would be one thing I would do a little bit different to really kind of go through, what our shots were going to be. I didn't really have a shot list for this. That's something I also learned the hard way. It was kind of like a lot of winging it to a degree.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was simple enough that we could pull it off, but it would definitely could have been a lot better and maybe more intentional with some of the shots if had we done that. So I think that's probably one of the big ones.
Okay. Now, explain the setup there. So you just had that was a one camera setup?
Mm-hmm. Yep. One camera, very small crew. It was, basically him and his right-hand guy who's kind of helping with everything. And then I had some friends there just as an extra hand, helping move stuff around and helping out and stuff like that. But it was pretty small. Didn't have a real sound person. We just borrowed a recorder from this SATV studio, the cable access studio. I just had my buddy just pressing play, which backfired once because at one point, we're in my sister's backyard. She's near a ton of woods.
Yeah.
And at one point there was this crazy like chorus of wolves howling in the background. We're like, let's get that. Like, how cool would it be to, like, while she's sleeping, have wolves howling before the face crusher shows up? And he only hit the button once instead of twice, and we did not get it at all. So just not a big deal, but
Not
it's
a
just
big deal. That definitely would have been cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so some stuff like that.
Now, would you change anything like the script or anything else? Like, what would you do differently?
Script, honestly, not really. Nothing really jumps to mind with that because it was kind of set up nicely to just fit right into like a day and a night of shooting, basically. And I think it worked for what it was. And we had it was for a brewery film fest. That's why there's all the beer stuff in there, like Two Roads Brewery. So we basically made it for this brewery film fest. Two Roads Brewery every year does like a big horror film fest. They have a massive brewery in Connecticut, and they do this thing where actually I got to check to see if they're still doing it, but because we did it 2 years in a row. But they're like, all right, make a movie that features our beer. You have to put this disclaimer in the front. You have to show our beer. You have to have this line of dialogue, which is taking the road less traveled. And had to have certain props in it, like the pin she's holding in her hand, like in the tent. That's why there's like a close up of her holding the pin.
Yeah,
it's so freaking small. We're like, let's just put it in the corpse's hand. But yeah, so if like that line sounded weird or if that shot looked a little weird, that's kind of why we did that, was to make sure it qualified for the film fest, which they did show first, which was awesome. And then we made Face Crusher 2 the next year, and they showed that one first, so that was cool. That's kind of where Face Crusher came from, man. Making something on the fly for brewery film festival.
Beer movie.
Yeah. Yeah, the original name was Beer Faced. That's what we submitted it to.
Oh, I think I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
That
was when we submitted to them. That's what it was. And then afterward, we're like, let's just change it to the Face Crusher, and then we can submit it to some other places, which we did, and then got it into some other like little indie horror fests around the world, technically. Like it won an award in Australia. It was
Whoa.
Yeah. There's a ton of fringe film festivals out there, man. You never know what you'll find.
So explain the story there, though. Wasn't it really all just a dream, and then he's like real and like at her bed or something like that?
Yeah. That's pretty much the idea. We kind of wanted to blur the line between what was real and what wasn't real. So yeah, that was exactly it. It was, this is like this urban legend that, if people, as it turns out, it kind of came more afterward, that if people tell his story, then and like his name is uttered type of a thing, then he starts to show up or has a tendency to sometimes. So yeah. So
Bloody
you
Mary,
know,
Candyman.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So, you know, so she hears the story and she thinks it's all a dream, but it's actually real.
Okay.
Yep. Same thing happens in the second one. You know, they hear the story, they don't believe it, they think it's bullshit.
So what
Learns.
about the third one?
Third one, same exact thing, except even more so. The third one is super meta. It's got multiple people telling the stories, but the sort of like anchor story is a filmmaker who's asking his AI chatbot for like the scariest story. He's like surrounded by like filmmaking books and like trying to brainstorm, and he's asking for the scariest story, and he hears the story of the face crusher and thinks it sucks, and asks for another one and gets another story about him, and then that person within the story tells the story of the face crusher, and so it kind of goes from one story to another, and then it works itself backwards as he shows up in each of them, including, you know, at the end. So not to give too many spoilers away, but that's kind of the way it works. If people call
That's pretty
bullshit
good. I like that.
yeah, I mean, maybe one reading would be, you know, an allegory for AI reliance leading to the destruction of humanity. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe,
What was it? There, I'm remembering something that had almost like a similar narrative where you might remember this. I think it was like a horror novel or something like that, or like a horror short. But it's about a guy and he's reading about like he finds a book and he's reading about a story of his life and everything else, and there's like this evil thing, and then as he gets closer to present day, it gets like closer.
hmm.
Do you remember that at all?
It sounds familiar, but I'm not placing it. But
The
it
story
sounds
sounds
awesome.
familiar. I'm just trying to think of what it was. I remember it. It's like they're reading like it's like they're reading the past, but it's his life or something like that. And
Oh, interesting. That sounds great.
what was?
If
I
you
can't remember.
let me
If
know.
somebody didn't write it, I should.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Absolutely. Yeah, I love stuff that's a little bit meta, where reality gets blurred a little bit, and you're kind of like, wait, what is really happening here?
I am actually such an idiot because you know, and I got it all wrong. It would totally work for a horror movie, FYI. But you know what I'm thinking of?
What?
The Never-Ending Story.
That's what you're thinking of?
Yes. Where
Okay.
Bastion is where Bastion is sitting there and he's in the library or whatnot, and he's
Yeah,
reading
absolutely.
the book,
Absolutely.
and then eventually it shows up, and then he's in the book.
Yeah, that's true. Yep, and yeah, he
That's
has
what I
that.
was thinking of, and
Has
I
that
don't know
moment,
why I
yes.
made it a horror movie.
Huh? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, good call, man. Maybe I'll have to work that into the lore.
There you go. Make an evil, dark, twisted, never-ending story.
Never-Ending Story is pretty dark and twisted.
Was it though?
Fucking the nothing showing up. That thing was terrifying.
Yeah.
People being evaporated. Weird creatures running around.
I saw a meme the other day where like somebody had that like I almost now want to go watch that scene because it was a meme and it just said in 2025 I feel like the nothing was correct or something like that.
Yeah.
Now I don't remember what the nothing said.
The nothing was right.
Come to think of it, that was horrifying, but it had a luck dragon.
It also had the most traumatizing scene in history that people are still scarred from to this day.
Artax.
Yeah. Stupid horse.
And the Swamp of Sorrows.
See? Dark stuff.
Jeez, how do
Right? Yeah.
It just comes right back. There it is.
You're in it now.
Or that big stone golem.
The Rock Eater.
The Rock Eater.
Yep.
When like all his friends are dead and he's sitting there.
He was the last one.
Yeah.
Sad.
Okay, actually, you know what? The Never-Ending Story was absolutely horrifying.
Did it have any happy parts? And like, not really. mean, oh wait, he was flying on the back of.
I mean, I guess at the end.
Yeah, I guess. I suppose.
But then again, if you think about it, if you're Atreyu, how much do you just despise Bastion? Like,
Yeah, you didn't believe in him enough, so yeah,
well, I mean, Atreyu did all the hard work.
yeah, yeah.
Bastion just had to sit there and read and then yell out into a rainstorm.
But what name did he yell?
That was the name of his dead mother, wasn't it?
I believe so.
But
There's
did they ever say what it was?
There's some debate over that, but apparently there's like 2 subtitle versions out there, and one of them just says like yells into the rain or something, and one of them
Yeah.
actually has her name, which is escaping me now. But it's kind of
There's
like
seriously Easter eggs in the never-ending story.
ask people what he named the princess at the end, and I don't think a lot of people would know it. Although then again, it's probably all over the internet and everybody knows it at this point. But
Probably.
yeah,
Oh, another horrifying part. I didn't even think of the Guardians.
exactly. Evaporated the night.
Yeah, the whole thing was terrifying.
Yeah, you're gonna have nightmares tonight.
Doubtful, but
Or
for
maybe
sure.
back of a wish dragon flying through the sky. That was like the
It was a
happiest-
luck dragon, not a wish dragon.
oh, the luck dragon. That's right. Okay. All right.
Come on, get it right.
Shame on me.
What was the name of the luck dragon?
God, it's on tip of my tongue. You know it, don't you?
I literally did 5 minutes before I
I
asked the
know
question.
it's literally on the tip of my tongue, and I can't get it out right now. It's
Because I think my dog actually looks like the luck dragon. So
yeah. It's gonna come to me by the time this is over.
I'm looking it up. Duh, I knew this. Falcor.
Of course. Damn it.
Of course, it was Falcor.
The peanut butter Falcor.
The peanut butter Falcor. What does that even mean?
It's a Shia LaBeouf movie, The Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh, well, that would explain it. I do not watch Shia LaBeouf. I'm not a fan of the beef.
Shia LaDouche.
Man, if you could track a meteoric rise and spectacular Titanic fall, that's one.
Yeah.
He was in everything.
Yeah. Dated Megan Fox. Prime Megan Fox.
Transformers.
Yeah. No wonder he went crazy.
Yeah. He had to go a little nuts.
Hmm.
And his last name means the beef.
Ridiculous.
Well, how long did it wind up being? Did you go from 11 to 8?
Oh, you mean on Stage Fright?
No, on Face Crusher 3.
I don't know how
Titled
long.
TBD.
I don't know how long it's going to be. Not sure yet.
No, you said filming was going to be from like 11 to 8 o'clock.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how long it was going to be. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we got there at 10 on Sunday and ended up leaving around a little bit before 10, somewhere between 9:30 and 10. But that was, and we got there the day before to set up, so we moved pretty quick. We had 2 hours to set up. The extra showed up at 12. Started rolling at 12:30. Had our tourist massacre scene done by 5. Caught all the tourists. Then did our kill scene. For the record, every day has gone exactly on schedule, except for this one day where we lost a bunch of time on the actual kill scene because, per our last podcast, I had to make a change within a week of going up to it, and we didn't get to rehearse it or practice it, and had to kind of figure it out on the spot a little bit. So just as I predicted, it did become a little bit of a pain, and I'll probably have a moment watching it where I'm like, oh yeah, I wish the makeup was on the other side, and I wish we put more blood on him and like some stuff like that. But I think all in all, based on what we did, I think it's going to be pretty great. It's there's one tourist who's still half alive. So like the one girl who's like in the museum enters and finds the entire room dead, and she looks down, sees the tour guide that's like half alive with half of her face like hanging off, like still alive. And as she's trying to help her, the face crusher shows up and grabs both of them and has them in their grasp. And these are two of like the smallest people I know. And he was like huge for this one. He did like a carb cycle, looked like a bodybuilder, and he's wearing these tall boots. So like it's gonna look crazy where he's like holding them and just bringing their faces together. We did cut to show him crunch it in the back, which is kind of unfortunate because cutting away from the actual like carnage is never ideal, but it was really the only way we could do it. But then there's a little post-death, extra death, which I think kind of makes up for it a little bit too.
You get an extra death in.
She got like one of them got double killed. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, man, you're gonna have to come to the premiere party and see it for yourself.
If we ever get a budget.
That's it, man. That's why we make these things, so people will look at it and be like, I want to give you money to make another one.
So how's the job going?
It's good.
How's banking?
It's
do
great.
you ever think it's weird? Like, do your coworkers know your side hobby?
Some do. People are pretty open. We just kind of talk about anything in there. So I've kind of mentioned it. I don't really push it. I don't think people know what to think of it. But like, there's this like Italian woman that I work with who is just talking about her life all the time and asking about weekend plans. So I told her I was doing it, and then I showed her a picture of, you know, the makeup that the guy was prepping for one of the faces, and she's just like,
Yeah.
I could never watch that. I'd be too scared. No, wouldn't watch it. And like that was the end of the conversation. I was like, well, it's actually a comedy, but
I don't know. I think I just assumed horror movies were just kind of everybody's jam to a certain extent. But I have realized that there's a certain amount of people that cannot handle any amount of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
even the lightest, most bland stuff is just not gonna fly.
Yeah. Yeah. So she probably thinks I'm a total weirdo. And
Possibly.
she wouldn't be wrong. You wouldn't be wrong.
Possibly.
Would not be wrong.
So that's cool that you guys do that. Is my work is becoming rapidly very political.
Are you being impacted by the big beautiful bill?
Oh, we never stop.
By the tariffs? The tariffs are going to
Tariffs have been bad. Tariffs have been really bad. The entire industry is hanging on. I mean, just we have this big industry-wide open house on end of this month, and everybody's kind of waiting to see what happens there. But retail sales have picked up and everything else. So that's good.
Yeah.
Our aftermarket division had a couple great like shows, and so who knows? I mean, I would think with grocery prices going through the roof and everything else that, you know, something's going to break at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're probably going to cut the rates in a little bit. We'll see what impact that has.
I mean, and I don't know. I kind of view it as mostly this is like grocery store related stuff. Because what gets pulled through to retail side of things is probably it's a fraction of what the actual tariff percentage is.
Yeah.
But it's still going to, and for most small things, if it increases by 10%, people will just absorb that. It's not going to stop them from doing something. But grocery bills, that will stop people from doing stuff.
Yeah, I feel like a lot fewer people are going out to eat nowadays too. I hear a lot of people saying that.
Yeah, and it's really not the groceries. The grocery prices really aren't like tariff related. It's immigration enforcement related.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
can't just remove tariffs and suddenly grocery prices will go down, because you have to grow the shit. It doesn't just appear because you remove tariffs or something.
yeah.
Are you seeing anything on your end?
I
mean,
mean,
your retail banking, you got to see a little bit of it.
yeah,
you know?
same thing. I'm talking to business owners all the time, so it's just a topic that comes up. But everybody's saying the same thing that you just said. It's just a lot of unknowns and a lot of uncertainty, and prices going up, and when's something going to give, and that sort of thing. But nobody knows anything. Not
I
at
don't
my
think
level.
I don't think interest rates are really going to do much to help anything.
Probably not. Not with that type of thing anyway.
No. I mean, again, if you can't afford groceries, you're not going to go out and buy a car. You're not going to go out and buy a TV. Well, maybe you buy a TV.
Yep.
So what's next for Face Crusher?
Well, what's next is we go into post, we go into the editing room, get a couple things to figure out.
So how do you do that? Are you doing that yourself, or you're not doing that yourself?
No. My right-hand guy, Tyler, is an incredible editor. He's been my guy editing everything since I started working with him. And he does shoot for a living, basically. He works for like a production studio.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just editing, and we've been talking about shooting something, and he just loves the Face Crusher movies because of how ridiculous they are, and like the feedback that he gets like from his horror friends on it and stuff like that. And he was like, if you make it, like, I have to shoot that one. So it's pretty awesome for me, because not only did he shoot it, but he's also going to be editing it, which helps both of us a lot.
Yeah.
And he's going to start to put things together and kind of make an assembly out of it. And then once he has that, I'll sit down with him and let the fine tuning begin, start going through things, figuring out what shots to use, what to cut, all that good stuff. He'll do all the sound design. I'll help him maybe figure out some of the music if we're looking for that. All that good stuff. The editing is going to take.
Are you going to try to use some Taylor Swift?
Some what?
Taylor Swift?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, if you use licensed music, it can be problematic potentially.
No, I get that. I'm just thinking in the scene where he crushes their heads together.
Yeah.
We are never, ever, ever getting back together.
Yeah.
Really cool.
It could be kind of funny, actually. Yeah, I do want it to be kind of funny. So, yeah, but I hope we can be on the quick side of it. We talked about having something done for Halloween, so hopefully, I think that'll be the goal.
Can he do that quickly?
Depends on
I have to do a bit of editing. Yeah, because I have to do a little bit of editing now, and it takes just the minimal that I do. It takes.
He will get nuts with it. Like, he'll get down to a granular level, and at doing the sound design, he'll do that too, and like finding all sorts of different sounds to put in, and like layering things in there, and really get into it. So it's going to take hours and hours and hours and hours. The Witch on Bridge Street, I think he said almost like 10 hours per minute that we used is what he spent on it. Something like that.
You're kidding me.
Something like that. But like I said, he gets into it. He gets like super, super detailed with it, and which is awesome, because then we end up polishing it and making the best thing we can out of all the footage we have. So It's hopefully he can just work quick because he's motivated on it, and hopefully we'll at least have the rough version we can show in October.
Yeah, just the minimal amount of editing I do for like a 7 or 10-minute video. I might have 13 minutes, and it takes me to edit that and edit out all my ums and I mean, and you know what I mean. It takes me probably at least 45 minutes to edit 13 minutes.
Numbers. Get those numbers up.
Are you going to tell me coffee is for closers next?
Coffee is for editors.
I actually told one of my sales reps the coffee. I go, what are you doing? Do you think this is Glengarry Glen Ross?
Yeah.
And she was like, what? Do you think this is Glengarry Glen Ross? I don't know what that is. Like, coffee is for closers. You've never, I mean, I think I've made every sales rep I've ever had watch at least that segment.
Absolutely. It stands alone.
It's got to be, if you are in sales in any fashion, you have, like, that is a requirement of the sales profession.
100%.
Do you not agree?
Totally agree. Absolutely. Yeah. That and Ben Affleck and Boiler Room. Those are like the big two for me.
Not from Ben Affleck and Boiler Room.
Did you see Boiler Room?
Yeah, I've seen Boiler Room. I just don't know what speech you're referring to.
Oh man, yeah, that's when Giovanni Ribisi's character there is like in the room with all the wannabes trying out to like be the investment sales guys, and like he's like the hot shot who comes into the room and slides his keys across the table. He's like, you know what I drive? Ferrari. Just it has a whole like.
Oh yeah, I think it's very similar to like the Wolf of Wall Street.
A little bit, yeah.
Getting a divorce? Get on the phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I never liked that one as much as those other two for whatever reason, but still enjoyable.
The Wolf of Wall Street one is just kind of, I don't know. Even by the time the Wolf of Wall Street out, isn't that whole pen thing? Wasn't that just kind of a hackneyed like sales training shit?
Yeah.
Sell me this pen.
Yeah, stupid. The whole thing seemed very wannabe, and it was like, yeah, none
Here,
of
I'll stab you with it, and then I'll sell you a Band-Aid.
Yep, exactly. Dumb.
But yeah, Wolf of Wall Street's, but Glengarry Glen Ross.
Classic.
It was offensive to me almost that she didn't know.
I hope you made her watch it.
Huh?
Hope you made her watch it.
It's probably going to be one of our team building exercises later on.
Nice.
Because I feel like, huh?
Well, I was going to say, when they're really ready for it, then you can teach them the dentist system.
What's the dentist system?
Have you seen that episode of Always Sunny, the dentist system?
No, you were going to curate me some episodes of Always Sunny for me to watch.
All right.
You haven't
I
done
gotta
that
put
yet.
I got to put that one on there then.
You have to put that together.
It's awesome. It's incredible.
So you've been totally like news out of it.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, I pick up things here and there, but yeah, I'm a little out of the loop. I got my own little bubble I'm caught up in.
Well, he's gone insane.
He's having health issues. His hands are swollen.
He's having health issues. His hands have IV bruises all over him.
Yep.
He started talking about the comfort women for the Japanese Imperial Army of World War II to the president of South Korea.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's cutting funding to Harvard and other woke universities.
Sending troops to Chicago, or wanting to.
Nice. I'll have to catch up on the news probably another time. I'm about to
probably
a little bit.
I am interested in the editing process. You think Tyler would do my my videos, my YouTube videos?
If you're really, really nice to him and bribe him like I do. I bribe him with cases of Coors Light.
Really?
I've been
but it's a passion thing for him if he likes horror movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he gets to be the DP on it is pretty cool. But
That is cool.
I gotta wind it down here in a little bit.
Yeah. No, we're good. I think next time we'll talk more about the editing process. Do you think he'll have anything for you this weekend?
Highly doubtful, but I'm
Really?
hoping he's starting to work on it. I have some a couple of screenshots that he sent me. I can get those over to you so you can at least see what some of the shots look like.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
We could share them on here and watch Face Crusher too.
Yeah. Too bad you didn't buy the behind the scenes perk. You could have seen hundreds of behind the scenes things that nobody has seen.
Dude, I'm poor.
Yeah, there's no tariffs on it or anything, but
Well, he tried. Well, I guess it would be domestic film production, so you're good.
No, I'll share some cool stuff with you if you want to check it out.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to.
Sweet, more to talk about.
Great. Well, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah. Let's keep it going.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Have a good night.
See you.